Hey everybody, this week on the A-List Mission we're talking about Nobody 2.
We'll also be covering some movie news.
And in the second half, we compare Nobody to Bullet Train.
And then we finish it off with our classic Did We Know?
Me? I'm nobody. Hey Internet, and welcome to the A-List Admission.
Hi.
Hi, I wanted to change the intro up this time.
Yeah, he gave me a warning. I actually kind of wish you didn't, because it kind of lost the laugh of it. Well, I'm also tired. I'm very tired. I apologize.
So we're recording this Friday night.
Also, I did basically 90 minutes at the gym right before this. So I'm a little like,
Actually, what did you do at the gym today?
Is that part of our personal news?
Sure.
I did 70 minutes of cardio.
Yeah.
And then about 20 minutes of weight training, so on like various machines.
Okay. I'm going to follow up in 2 seconds. For those who don't know who we are and what we are, I'm Ricardo.
I'm Cheyenne.
And the A-List Admission is just a friendly movie podcast where we talk about movies in layman's terms. So that way you can get a good deal on Tuesdays.
Yeah, or any day.
True.
Matinee, Saturday,
but we want to
happy day.
Yeah, we want to guide you into the right direction. We don't want you to waste your money, your very hard-earned money, on a movie that sucks.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, it's all our opinion, but whatever. But to go back on this, Cheyenne has been training for a 5K.
So it sounds like training for like a race. It's only 5K. But I will say, from being like a jogger sometimes here and there to being a runner to then having to pause running because I had hurt my pelvis area, going to osteo, trying to heal that up. 3 months later, come to now, have to get back into running again. Because I used to do like, at the most I would do like 7K, nothing major, but I do love running, but I really did learn to love the gym a lot more after having this 3-month hiatus. So that was nice. So yeah, the 5K is coming up in September. I'm looking forward to it. My personal goal, I think it was trying to do it under 35 minutes. I'm not an expert runner. I just run to run and I enjoy it. So I think that was my goal, was 35 minutes. Getting back into it though, I've been doing 1K at a time. So yesterday I did 1K to get back into the swing of things, and I could feel the stiffness in my leg.
Oh, of course.
From the issues I was having,
But also, like, 5K is nothing to laugh at. I can't do a 5K. And casual people who walk or jog, a 5K is hard to run consistently for.
Especially if you're used to walking.
Yeah.
Running is a whole different ballgame. Like, I like jogging, but I think jogging and running are kind of interconnected in some way.
It's different, right? It's a different mentality when you go for a jog versus you go for a run.
Yeah.
Right? And for someone, I know even for you, like you like to jog before, but running 5K is not an easy task.
No, it's not. And getting it under a personal best and time and your stats that way is tricky.
Right. So,
but it's a great full body workout. But
you saying it's just a 5K is diminishing the goal.
I know.
I think that's really impressive that you can even do 7K. Like,
thank you.
I know you're grinding back to doing that again.
Yeah,
but
it's honestly not going to be, after having this break, it's not going to be my main type of workout again, I think. Like, I do love running, but going to the gym and using all the different weight training tools and various cardio tools and stuff, I feel more of a full body workout and I have more stamina to do it at the gym. But the running I do like still. So
yeah, see, Cheyenne's kind of like an exercise nut. I don't like doing exercise. I don't like going to the gym. I'm not a fan of it at all. I've been going every morning because I know it's good for me and I should do it, but I do not like it at all. I want to find a more fun way to exercise than just go to the gym and weight lift or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, other personal news, we can update people on our guinea pigs.
Yeah. So in the last time we talked with them, they had Giardia, or Ron, just Ron and Harry. Ron had Giardia, and
we were treating both of them though.
They had to be treated both because they're housemates.
Exactly.
So it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. They have completed now their 2 weeks, and now we're kind of in this weird, I guess, gestation period where you're like waiting to see, or we have to wait for the medicine to do its work for 2 weeks. Then we're gonna retest them again.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna see whether or not they still have Giardia.
Yeah, they're very much back to their normal selves, though. They're not groggy because they had very much drowsiness. They weren't as hungry. They weren't squeaking or weaking. But I came in today, and Ron was going bananas because he was like, oh, it's veggie time. And I brought the veggies up. He lets me pet him now when I walk in.
That is actually the one thing that we really like from them doing the medicine is that because we've picked them up so much over the past 2 weeks, they've got accustomed to us and like us petting them and us picking them up, and so I mean they still get a little bit wary of it. But
Harry more so. Ron is very chill.
Yeah.
But they have a little like double-decker 2-story house, and if one of them's sitting on the inner part of the top house, it's easy to pick them up. But anyway, yeah. So they're still rocking and rolling.
Yep. Yeah, we're still waiting to see how it goes. I mean, the 2 weeks gestation period, like the waiting period, is going to happen while we're on vacation, which we should also mention.
Well, we have multiple times.
We mentioned it once last week.
And then prior as well. But.
Well, I should also say, because in this episode, we haven't mentioned it, I got a haircut. Cheyenne did my haircut on Sunday. I like it. I think it looks good. I think it
actually did turn out a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
I think it turned out pretty well, honestly. I wasn't really sure how it was going to at first because I usually try to do my best with it.
Well, the thing is, though, is like I wanted to get my haircut done because next week we're going on vacation, and you'll have actually 3 weeks of episodes that we've already recorded, ready to go, that are a little different than our normal stuff. But don't worry, the reviews are going to come back 3 weeks after this episode comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I wanted to get it cut at least a week prior, so that way it'll give it a week to like grow in and like feel like I guess lived in.
I can trim it again a little if you need to too. So.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
cool.
I have pet peeve of mine with his facial hair is actually right his mustache right here. If it gets a little too long, or if it starts to go over his lip, which it is right now, I always ask if he can trim it or I can trim it.
Well, I'm gonna trim it one more time before we go on vacation anyway.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's all the updates now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll go right into our movie news.
Yeah, you can go first because this one I know you'll be excited for.
Well, I love The Wild Robot, and there's a sequel officially in the early works of it. So Film Buzzer, which reported something according from THR, a sequel of The Wild Robot is officially in early works. Chris Sanders, who previously co-directed the original Lilo and Stitch, and he also directed The Wild Robot that came out 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's going to be directing it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm excited for it.
Well, there's 4 books, so they'll probably make... I hope they would make all 4, but...
I really loved the first one. I think it was honestly probably one of the best animation movies we'd seen in the past, 5 years for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for it. I think Lupita Nyong'o does a great job. Lupita Nyong'o. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm so sorry. I just know you also speak Spanish, and
really
fucking amazing. Yeah, yeah. So I guess a little backstory to her, because she explained this. She lived in Mexico for a long time, and then that's how she learned how to speak Spanish. Yeah. But Pedro Pascal is also amazing in it.
Right.
Oh, there's the gentleman that plays the goose or the duck is a very famous kid. He was in
Jacob Tremblay? No.
Warfare he was in. And he's also in another show.
Not Baby Girl, right?
No.
Not that kid.
No. I'm gonna forget his name. He's in something also, like a rom-com movie. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll put his name up on the screen. They all 3 of them did a phenomenal job as leads for it.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Go for it.
Next, in an interview with Variety, James Cameron has actually said he will not be directing Avatar 6 and 7. He does have ideas for it, but he doesn't want to be at the helm in terms of directing. That is insane that there's even thoughts of 6 and 7. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I love Avatar. Favorite movie ever. The series is phenomenal. But 6 and 7 is a lot. I'm so excited, but at the same time, that's a lot.
Well, even after this third movie that comes out this year, I think there's a 5-year, 6-year break in between.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Zoe Saldana is going to be She said, what,
older.
52 by the time the
Who
main
knows?
ones are done? I
Rec-
don't know.
I think for me in my brain, it's like, okay, if there's an Avatar 6 and 7, I find it really hard that he won't just direct them anyway.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's kind of one of those stubborn filmmakers where if it's his idea, he wants to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mind you, I don't know James Cameron. I may be very, very wrong. I just know he's brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, next, Weapons, which we talked about last week, is getting a prequel. We're trying now. It's going to be focusing on the prequel story for Gladys and how she got her powers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I'm really excited for this
I'm
because
glad because I want to know about the fucking tree.
last week, which you should go watch last week's episode, we talked about how we kind of wish there was a sequel or a prequel.
Yeah.
So it kind of like weirdly worked out in
Yeah,
this weird way.
really quick for them to announce it. We found this from the Film Wire. But yeah, it's really quick to find this out because there's a lot of unanswered questions that I wanted to know. So this is great. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it. Remind me after the movie news. I want to tell you guys and Cheyenne something I found out about Weapons last week.
Okay.
Cool.
The last one, I have not seen this series, but it is a very well-known series. However, Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers have officially announced that they will be returning for Camp Rock 3. This we found from Film Buzzer, but Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers are coming back. The stars have all finalized their deals with Disney to reprise their characters, and they're going to be passing the torch on to a new generation of actors. And if you didn't know, recently they were in New Jersey and did a really well-known reunion for Camp Rock at the Jonas Brothers concert. So, yeah, Camp Rock 3 is happening.
Yeah, so I've seen them all. Cheyenne hasn't. I'm super excited for it. I love Camp. It's kind of weird because I like.
Oh, sorry. All I know is Camp Rock.
It's kind of weird because I kind of love 2000s TV movies that Disney did, like High School Musical in that realm, because this is very like High School Musical-y. And so I'm really excited. I remember watching the first Camp Rock movie and the second Camp Rock movie when they came out on TV. So yeah, I'm really excited for the third one.
Awesome. So what was it you were going to say?
I was just about to say, yeah, so before we get into our movie review, so Weapons, which we talked about last week, I found out through online and stuff, and I'm going to change it so we don't get demonetized. Not that we get monetized now anyway, but like in the future if we get monetized. Weapons is an allegory or like a different way to tell the story of a school spewing or like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but okay.
Like the idea that all the like most of the class is gone, and it's kind of one kid's fault, and the parents are looking at the school for answers, and you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like parents blaming teachers.
So it's like a metaphor?
Yeah. Like another way to tell this story without
an allegory.
Without blank and
right,
without pews and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's it is a interesting way to tell it. The only thing that to me throws it off is then all of the magic and stuff after that. Because then like the beginning of it, I completely agree, is very much like that kind of thing.
Yeah, but I would say just say magic.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
because that's going to be spoiling too much.
I mean, you already talked about other spoilers, but whatever. Anyway,
I said one thing.
Point is that you should watch that movie anyway. It's phenomenal, and especially if they're getting a prequel, you need to watch Weapons.
Yeah. Also, though, if you're watching our show in order, you should have seen it by now, or if you had planned to see it, you would have seen it in this time span. I feel like. So if we say one or two things, it's not the end of the world.
I mean, people are already spoiling it online anyway.
Yeah.
So we're trying our best not to.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go right into our movie review.
Yeah, so we saw one and only movie this week, which was kind of nice for a change because it's been like 2 or 3 movies for the last month, it feels like. But it was Nobody 2. The director, I'm going to butcher his name, I'm so sorry, but his name is Timo Tjahjanto? I'm assuming the T is silent?
That's fair. I was like, Tjahjanto.
Tjahjanto? Or Hahanto? I don't know.
Well, maybe.
Anyway, it is approximately 89 minutes. It is rated R for strong bloody violence and language throughout. I'm assuming this is rated R in America because I think Canada it wasn't.
I don't know what under... It wasn't 18.
Maybe 14A?
Maybe 14A. It was pretty gory, I will say. Like, it's pretty bloody, pretty violent. Maybe just Canadians can take more. I don't know.
I don't know how that works, honestly.
Yeah.
Anyway, some highlights from the cast would be Bob Odenkirk is Hutch Is it Menzel or Menzel?
Menzel.
Menzel. Yeah. So Bob Odenkirk is Hutch Mansell. Connie Nielsen is Becca Mansell, who is his wife. John Ortiz is Wyatt Martin, who is a theme park operator in the movie. Colin Hanks is Abel, who's a sheriff. RZA or RZA is Hutch's brother, who is Harry Mansell, which I think it must be RZA, like SZA,
I guess so.
right?
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd is back, which I'm so happy about, as David Mansell, who is Hutch's father. Sharon Stone is Lendina, who is a crime boss. And Colin Salmon is the barber.
Ooh.
The spoiler-free synopsis goes as follows. So, Hutch Mansell, a former lethal government assassin, grapples with the fallout of his violent past and deepening debt, both literal and emotional, with his family. Seeking a fresh start, he plans a weekend getaway to Plummerville, a dilapidated tourist town featuring a rundown amusement and water park. His hope for family reconnection quickly unravels when a seemingly minor conflict with local troublemakers draws the Mansell family into a web of corruption. Hutch soon finds himself battling against a power-hungry theme park operator, a corrupt sheriff, and the delightfully unhinged crime lord Lendina, culminating in explosive confrontations and darkly comic chaos, all while trying to protect his loved ones.
Okay, let's talk about it.
You go ahead.
All right, I love this movie. I thought it was really good. I think one of the things that I liked about Nobody and Nobody 2 was the comedy, and it's like very like dark, graphic kind of comedy, but also like it doesn't shy away from wanting to make a joke, right? Even if the joke is kind of corny or doesn't like hit your traditional, like I don't know, serious humor or like adult humor.
Yeah.
Some of it's definitely adult humor, but like a lot of it is just funny. I love Bob Odenkirk both as a writer and as an actor. So like him in Breaking Bad.
I was about to say Better Call Saul, but same thing.
So we actually haven't seen Better Call Saul,
No.
but Breaking Bad we've seen, and he's phenomenal in that. But also kind of like in Bip, like he was in The Bear, and I loved him in The Bear.
Oh.
Yeah, and that is a much more serious role.
Yeah.
But man, I feel like anything he's in, he like nails it. He knows what he's doing. I couldn't believe Sharon Stone was in this movie.
So it's funny, when I first saw her, I'm like, is that Sigourney Weaver? And then obviously right away I'm like, oh no, it's not. But we were like, man, we know this person. And then I was like, oh man, damn, it's Sharon Stone.
Yeah, I mean, also Christopher Lloyd in this movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
And Colin Hanks.
so. I don't know why, but me and Cheyenne fucking love Colin Hanks.
It's because his dad is Tom.
But I don't know if it's because
It is for me.
For me, it's Colin.
I don't love him as much as you do.
I love Colin.
I know.
I think he's
don't
a good
really,
actor. I actually really
he's a really good actor. He seems like a decent guy. So.
But he always ends up getting like these B-list roles, and that's really annoying for me because I want him to be like a standout actor.
Maybe he doesn't want to be? I don't know.
Maybe this is like a side thing for him. I don't know because I haven't seen him in a bit.
But he is the exact middle of both Rita and Tom. I see his mom's like eyes and his dad's everything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Colin.
Good.
Like even in Life in Pieces, we both loved Colin.
I will say that was a great. Yeah, we talked about that last week actually. That's really weird.
Well, it's a good show. So
yeah.
But anyway, to go back to Nobody 2, I think it's really good. The story it feels very cohesive. Yeah, I think my one critique of it is just how the movie starts, but again, like it makes sense for the rest of the movie. It's just the way that Nobody 1 ends to me doesn't make sense how Nobody 2 starts.
Oh yeah.
Right? So that's like the one thing, but I mean if you don't take it as like, oh, the plot needs to be perfect, then the movie's really good. I think it's very fun to watch.
Yeah. I second all of that, literally, though. I thought it was great. When the movie finished, I told Ricky I loved this movie. And I didn't really like the first one, but I did nod off quite a bit in the first one. So and also on the way home, Ricky made a good point. He was like, this is like Smile 2. Because we didn't like Smile, loved Smile 2. So then we went back to watch Smile and realized that it was actually a really good movie and it made sense with Smile 2. So I probably will do the same with this movie.
But I wonder if movies like do that. Like, I mean, we are okay. So for me, we're obviously wrong for the first one because it was popular enough that it got a second movie.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Smile. Like, it got popular enough that it got a second movie.
Yeah.
So we clearly missed something in both of those first movies.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the second one just hits better.
I don't know what it is about it for this one. I think so. I told Ricky in the spoiler-free synopsis, we do say that he takes his family to an old amusement park. Vacation movies, kind of like that. I really do actually enjoy that as the background because I love theme parks. If theme parks are involved in a movie, I actually am a little more gravitated to it because I'm so obsessed with theme parks. So having the amusement park, water park vibe in the background, I think added to it for me. I think that helped my review because I have a higher rating than I originally went in thinking.
Well, the one thing I do like about them going to a amusement park, and this is not a spoiler if you've seen Nobody, it makes for a very creative kill set.
Yeah,
Like,
which again, if John Wick was in an amusement park, oh my gosh,
it'd be brilliant. But like
beautiful.
Like this does take a lot of what John Wick is known for, and kind of puts a very dark comedic spin to it.
But it also puts it on with another movie, which we'll talk about later.
Right. But like, I think that if they keep this series going, if they keep just changing the location, I think it stays fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if the next time they do, like, I don't know, like they did a water park and a theme park this time. What if they went to like an arena or like a sporting complex?
Yeah.
Right? Then you're getting hockey sticks and skates or a baseball bat or lacrosse, or you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like
for sure
different items you can use to like have creative kills with.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
what's your rating?
I think I'm gonna go an 8.
Hey, mine was an 8. So
like, I think it's. I don't think we're near a perfect movie.
No.
I think there's definitely some flaws with this movie.
But I was flip-flopping between 8 and 8.5, but I'm like, it's not totally at an 8.5. I'm very confident with 8.
I think that the biggest thing that this movie just suffers from is kind of like you kind of just have to go with what's happening.
Yep.
And a lot of the time, if you think about this movie too hard, you find a lot more like actual flaws. But this movie is, I think, just meant to be fun, enjoyable as a comedy action movie.
Yeah.
And it aces that really well.
Yeah. Okay. So that kind of sums up the first half, really. It was that movie.
Yeah.
We really liked it. We do recommend that you see it.
Honestly, I recommend both movies. Both movies were good.
Nobody and Nobody 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like, what other movie? Weapons? I was going to say, though, because this is the only movie out this week, I highly encourage you to look through like the last couple episodes where we do talk about weapons, that we do talk about Freakier Friday, Superman, all of the we officially haven't done the Superman episode yet.
Sure. I actually have another question before we get into our second half as well.
But I was going to say, if you aren't in the mood for Nobody 2, there's a bunch of other movies out right now that we all we both highly recommend. But if you want a newer movie, I would say see Nobody 2. And if you want an action movie, definitely Nobody 2. What is your question?
This kind of ties into literally what you just said. Because there's a lot of movies that are out right now that are like Nobody 2 being the only one this week. What is your favorite movie of July? We never did this.
Oh, shit. My favorite movie of July, I'm just going to list off in order of how we saw them.
Okay, we'll do it back and forth.
Okay, so first, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Superman.
Eddington.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Smurfs.
The Fantastic Four, First Steps.
And Together.
Yeah, man.
My favorite is Jurassic World Rebirth. Hands down.
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer.
And it was our highest rated of the month with 4.5 out of 5 stars for Letterboxd.
But I will say, like, no shade to Superman, because Superman also did a phenomenal job. To me, Jurassic World, was so refreshing for that franchise.
It was perfect. It was beautiful. I've seen it twice. It is a fantastic movie. I could go for hours about it, just like I could with Life of Chuck.
And Cheyenne actually also said to me, and that we never mentioned on this podcast, that it's better the second time you watch it.
Oh, 1,000%.
And so now I want to watch it again.
I will rewatch it a third time. I would watch dinosaur movies till the end of time. No pun intended.
Okay. One other thing before we wrap up with this. Worst movie.
What was your worst?
Eddington, I think, is the worst.
Definitely
one.
Eddington. Our worst rated were Eddington and Smurfs. But Smurfs I would rewatch if I had to pick between the two.
I think that's the biggest thing. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, out of the movies that we mentioned,
Yeah.
the one like, I mean, also, I Know What You Did Last Summer was not good either.
No, but I went in with higher expectations with Eddington, and it completely flatlined for me. Whereas Smurfs, I went in thinking it'd be exactly how it was.
Yeah, I think the problem with Eddington was truly just it had such a star-studded cast
Yeah.
that it didn't do enough with that star-studded cast, and it also just went nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, that top favorite for both of us is Jurassic World Rebirth, and
Yes.
worst for both of us.
it's Eddington.
Yeah.
No debate this time.
No, that was easy.
Cool.
So, time for a second half. You wrote a little note. You want to expand on that?
Okay, so Cheyenne mentioned that I had a little note, and the one thing I wanted to say before we really get into talking about different action movies was the one thing that I find with action movies consistently across the board is a level of suspend your disbelief, which is like, for example, I'll use John Wick as an example because everyone has kind of seen John Wick, or Mission Impossible, same idea. The main character should die a couple times.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they always just live. And like characters shouldn't do the things that they do, or characters should there's always a way around shit, but the movies always just go with it and just put your disbelief on pause, right?
Mhm.
Suspend it, like let it, put it in your background. What's gonna happen is gonna happen, and just let it happen.
Yeah.
Right. So it's one of the things that because we're going to talk about action movies. That's my one thing that I wanted to mention, because all action movies have that one major thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. So we're going to talk about action movies, like a quick discussion really, but we're comparing Nobody as a whole with Bullet Train.
Yes.
So Bullet Train, well, I will explain in a second, but I'm going to go through a few little notes we jotted down. But from the brutal precision of Nobody to the chaotic prop-filled mayhem of Bullet Train, action movies keep our hearts racing in wildly different ways. Both prove there's no single formula for adrenaline, just endless ways to deliver it, very much like your suspend your disbelief.
Exactly.
So if you don't know what Bullet Train is, or if you need a quick refresher, it came out in 2022. It is a fast-paced action comedy directed by David Leitch, starring Brad Pitt as a reluctant assassin named Ladybug who boards a Tokyo bullet train for what's supposed to be a simple snatch and grab job. Instead, he's caught in a chaotic web of assassins, each with their own motives, backstories, and eccentric personalities. It's known for its quirky humor, neon bright visuals, and tightly choreographed fight scenes that unfold in the claustrophobic setting of a speeding train. Think Kill Bill meets Snatch with a splash of anime-like energy, which is 1,000% correct there.
The other movie that we watched this year that does something very similar was Fight or Flight with
You hated that movie.
I know, but it's the same kind of style.
As what?
Bullet Train.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Are
it
you
is.
thinking of the movie with Mark Wahlberg?
No, we didn't. No, that is Flight Risk.
Oh, that's what I was thinking
No,
of. What's Fight or Flight?
The one with not Josh Hartnett. Who was the guy that was in Trap?
That's Josh Hart.
Is it Josh Hartnett?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was on a plane filled with assassins.
Oh, man, I forgot we saw that. Are you sure it was called Fight or Flight?
I'm pretty sure it was called Fight or Flight.
Sorry, I needed a quick refresher. Yes, Fight or Flight. I was thinking of Flight Risk. That's my
That's
bad. Definitely agree with that.
Yeah, it's very similar, but
Yeah.
this does that better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're kind of going to go into a little categorized verses, how you can get the same thrill but with like a different flavor.
Exactly.
Two things I do want to point out that didn't come in the original list, but we added onto it, that is really kind of ironic. Both movies, or I should say both movie series for Nobody, but let's just consider it as Nobody versus Bullet Train.
Yes.
They have the same production company. One of their production companies is 87 North, which is actually really interesting that they have the exact same, and we decided to compare them, and we didn't know that prior.
The second thing is that they both have a black and white sibling relationship, both of the main characters being white, and then they have or I guess in Bullet Train, it's not like one of the main characters, but like a prominent character in the movie is white that has a black sibling, which I think is really cool. Okay, cool. So we'll go into our categories now. So the first one being pacing and setting. Bullet Train thrives on speed, both literally, a train in motion, and narratively, multiple intersecting storylines hurtling towards collision. Nobody has a built and burst rhythm. Quiet domestic moments interrupted by sudden explosive violence.
Yeah, That's very true.
Which both are very interesting in their own ways. Which one out of the two do you prefer?
For the pacing?
Yeah.
Bullet Train. Because I like things that take place in one setting. I like to see what they can do with the one setting.
I like the interconnected storyline personally. So like the idea that you see like 6 people.
That's very much why I like Murder on the Orient Express.
Exactly.
Which is just a murder mystery on a train instead of this on a train. The next category would be the protagonist style. So Ladybug, which is Bullet Train, is a reluctant, almost unlucky assassin who survives through improvisation and wit, whereas Hutch in Nobody is a dormant killing machine who chooses when to unleash his skills, giving the action a calm before the storm type energy. Which do you prefer out of those two?
This is the one where I'll pick Nobody.
Oh.
Because I like Hutch being this really strong character that is very calculating in when he does things. Whereas I find that Brad Pitt or like Ladybug kind of just literally falls into shit. Mm-hmm. And like he kind of improvises as he goes, which is fun, but like I like the idea that he has the skills like ready to go.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? The third one is action choreography. Bullet Train leans into playful, prop-heavy fights with exaggerated creativity, where Nobody focuses on brutal efficiency. Fights that are raw, personal, and messy, showing the toll on the body. Now,
that's very John Wick vibe.
Right. So, out of these ones, what's yours?
I don't really like the toll on the body. I would like a mix of playful, brutal efficiency.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I like the way that the fight scenes go in Bullet Train more.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's more fluid.
I like John Wick's fight scenes, which Bullet Train reminds me more of. So then.
Oh, see, I disagree. To me, Nobody reminds me way more of John Wick than Bullet Train does.
It does for everything except some of the fights. Some of the fights I'll give you for Nobody as well, but I just find, I don't know, I just kind of find John Wick. Like, John Wick I'd rewatch again and again and again. Bullet Train I would rewatch again and again and again. Nobody I would rewatch. But, I don't know. I like the action choreography in Bullet Train. If I had to pick between the two.
I just think that Bullet Train is more fluid in the way that it does its action. And it's more creative. So, like the prop-heavy things is like when, I don't know, for example, like things thrown across the screen or character catches this, you know what I mean? It feels more fun.
Yeah. And lastly is tone. So Bullet Train mixes stylized action with zany, colorful comedy. And Nobody mixes gritty, realistic violence with understated deadpan humor. And what do you prefer out of these two?
So it's funny because kind of like what you said last time, I prefer stylized action with understated deadpan humor.
Oh, see,
it's mixing the two. That's the point.
Oh, instead of violence, you mean? You said action?
I don't necessarily care that it's gritty or realistic, but I love deadpan humor.
I like deadpan humor. I didn't find there was a lot of deadpan humor in Nobody.
Oh, absolutely.
I do like the colorful comedy from Bullet Train, but that's all thanks to Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt always kind of gives that zany comedic style. Same with Ocean's 11. Like, I just find that his style is all very that.
But I find, I'm not going to say every character in Bullet Train because it's not true. Not every character does that zany bit.
No.
But like even like Aaron Taylor Johnson, I like his character and the way he delivers comedy. I liked Brian Tyrese Henry, I believe is his actual name.
Good on you.
I could be wrong. I think it's
Tangerine?
Lemon.
Lemon.
He is very funny, and he does a lot of movies where he is very, very funny. And so those three, to me, make up the comedy scene so well. But I like how Hutch delivers the, like, truly dead. Like, even the quote that we started the whole episode on is, me, I'm Nobody. I
think my problem is, though, I keep going back to Nobody 2 in my head. I don't really remember a lot of the humor in Nobody. I knew there was humor, but again, I have to rewatch it.
Well, Nobody 2 does do a lot of deadpan humor as well, though.
Yeah, I was kind of irritated at the wife in the second one.
Oh, but that's a
different conversation. That kind of took away from it, but that's a separate thing. For this, yes.
So for this section, to wrap it up, why they work together in the action theme is both films give us what we love: creative combat, memorable characters, and a constant sense of forward motion. but they deliver it in very distinct packages. Watching them back to back is like enjoying two versions of your favorite song. Same core melody, action adrenaline, completely different arrangement. I like that. I like the way that's written.
Yeah, it's literally two versions of the same song.
It is. And like, I like this wave of action now where it's fluid motion, a lot of like the camera's in the scene fighting. Like,
yeah, they really get into it now. Like a lot of even Marvel, because Marvel has a lot of action, the camera style they use, like when I watch behind the scenes on social media, it's literally an immersive camera, or like the new 360 camera that they used in 28 Years Later. I think they used it in that. It's like that very immersive IMAX kind of vibe.
It feels, I don't know if they use
spherical.
I don't know. To me, it's the idea like the camera's there as Brad Pitt throws a punch, and then it pans out, and you see who's taking that punch, and then something gets thrown, and like, you know what I mean? Like you feel in it. Like you don't feel like I'll use Die Hard as an example. Older movie, so the style doesn't exist, but like you get to see a fight scene, but literally from a third person view. So you're back up, watching it from afar happen.
A lot of westerns did that too.
True, yeah. But it's more just, I'm trying to think of like an action movie that does that. Yeah. Where like so like Die Hard does that, but Die Hard is also known to like is an action movie that came out way earlier.
I find I might be not remembering this as well as you probably, but the Bourne movies I find is very third person.
They are. I
like
do
the fight scenes
you.
I feel like are very third person. I don't know.
They're very almost static.
Yeah.
Like they're very still. Whereas like I feel like John Wick does really revolutionize the action movie.
Yeah.
Like it was the first one where you felt every punch, every kick, every throw, every bullet shot, every like you were in it, and it feels like you're in it. And I think that's why it was so successful, was because it was such a fresh take on action movies, where it felt like a mix of almost like kung fu movies and an action movie all in one.
Yeah, 100%.
And then since then, we've been getting this wave of action movies that feel way more immersive, way more into it. Also, just hilarious. Like we've been, I don't know, this version of action movies, I think, is the best version of action movies we've gotten in a long time.
I agree, wholeheartedly agree. But yeah, I think. It is a quick discussion. We weren't trying to rush it. It may have felt rushed, and I apologize. If you haven't seen Bullet Train, I highly recommend seeing it if you like action. If you like the mix of Nobody and John Wick, like I know they suggested Kill Bill and Snatch, which is true, but if you watch any other kind of zany comedy action, but don't go into it thinking it's slapstick, just has comedic tones, then I highly recommend Bullet Train. And I do love the fresh take on the Asian vibe of the movie,
the anime style.
Yeah, exactly. But how a lot of the songs in it are covers in Asian.
Probably Japanese.
Is it I'm assuming it's Japanese, but I don't know.
The movie takes place in Japan, so it makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Japanese.
Okay, so anyway, they do covers in Japanese of famous songs and stuff, which I love. I think it's such a fun, new, fresh idea.
Yeah, and I mean, one last thing to gush over Bullet Train. It is fun. Like, it's just a movie that is just fun to watch and enjoy. And, like, a lot of famous people are in that movie as well. So you'll get a nice little star-studded cast that comes in as it comes in. But I will say, like, out of the two, you do get it. The different flavors is a great way to call it. If you don't, like, nobody, because of that deadpan humor, almost feels a little bit more relatable. Whereas, like, Bullet Train seems just kind of outlandish, and the zany comedy makes it feel a little bit more outlandish. So it really depends on what kind of humor fits, but both of them are stellar, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go
so we'll get into our last and final segment, which is our classic now, Did We Know? This is an action movie, Did We Know? We have 5.
Yeah, and if you didn't know what our We Know section
I will explain. We wanted to make an extra segment at the end to kind of wrap things up, but as a consistent end segment. And
Cheyenne loves trivia.
Yeah, and so I made up the Did We Know concept. You, I think, finalized on Did We Know, which I really like that title. We had a couple names. But anyway, it's just essentially between 5 and 10 facts and trivia that I've written down in advance, but I actually haven't read them. I go through and make sure it's like matches the description I'm going with, and I just kind of copy paste.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'll read like one fact just to make sure it's okay. But then if I don't know it, I'm like, this is perfect. So, do you want me to do the first one?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Tom Cruise learned to hold his breath for over 6 minutes to film an underwater stunt in Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation without cuts or CGI. Did we know?
Yes.
Yes, I knew he did. But he is not the world record holder.
Not anymore.
Thanks to...
Kate Winslet.
Yeah, I was about to say Kate Hudson, so that's why I waited.
I also almost said Kate Hudson, but no, it's
and
Kate
I also
Winslet.
said Katie Holmes. I'm like, that's definitely not.
But if anybody wants to know, she beat that record when she did Avatar: Way of Water.
Yep, it was 11 minutes, I believe.
I don't remember.
11 and change.
She destroyed that record.
That's insane. I would love to learn how to hold your breath for longer than that. Or
Well,
like longer.
We gotta go see some Navy SEALs.
I guess so. Off topic because I said Katie Holmes. Did you know that I think it's confirmed now that Tom Cruise is dating Ana de Armas? Did you hear about this?
I thought it was.
Nope.
No, I guess that's right. Okay, cool.
Ana de Armas, whatever. Anyway, the people are not knocking her, but she kind of is a dead ringer for like a Hispanic take on Katie Holmes.
I don't know if I agree with that, but okay.
You got to see them side by side.
I don't know if I agree with that. I know I have both
Yeah.
faces in my head. I don't know if I agree with that personally.
Tall, skinny, long brown hair.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people.
Okay.
So, Keanu Reeves performed about 90% of his own stunts in John Wick Chapter 2, training for months in judo, jiu-jitsu, and firearms. Did we know?
No?
No.
I think I knew he would have done some of his own stunts, but not like about 90%, and definitely
he's
not.
a workhorse.
He's amazing, though. Like
Keanu
the fact
Reeves, come on our show.
He donates so much to like other actors and like stuntmen and just people on the street. Like, yeah, if Keanu Reeves ever watches this, we would love to have you on this show because we are such huge fans and we really we really respect your take on just being a human, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I think, like, not to go too into the weeds of like personally, like I am very much a giving person and like very much like see the value in other people kind of thing. And so Keanu Reeves, like even the fact that he donated his salary to the stunt workers in the Matrix thing and like paid for a motorcycle for them and like
multiple, like for all of them.
For all of them, right? Like that's what I mean. Like he's so giving because he takes only what he needs, not what he like
wants.
Not that wants. It's just like he doesn't take more than what he needs, right? He does care about the people. He cares about everyone else that support him in that role. Right?
And as a side note, because of face value with celebrities, him and his girlfriend or fiance, I don't know. It's nice to see a man with a woman. They're kind of around the same age.
Fair.
Also, he's Canadian, so
yes.
There's
actually,
that.
So fun fact, I also found out he wasn't born in Canada, but he was raised in Canada.
Oh, great. That's close enough.
Well, he's an honorary Canadian for sure.
So, well, for us, yes. So anyway, next, the car flip in The Dark Knight used a real semi-truck and no CGI. Christopher Nolan insisted on doing it practically. Did we know? Yes.
Oh, I don't know if I knew this one. I knew the
Wait,
hospital scene.
I'm so sorry. I am thinking of the fire in the hospital. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. This I did not know. That's insane.
That's why I don't know if I'll keep it in, but my head hit the microphone because Christopher Nolan does shit that's kind of insane half the time.
I'll give you that.
Because I think in Oppenheimer, he also, not like he made a fucking
nuclear
atomic bomb, but he did do a detonation that was pretty loud.
Yeah,
from what I remember.
I'm curious what he did for the Odyssey then.
Yeah, put them in the
he
actual
made a typhoon.
Ocean.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jackie Chan often directed and choreographed his own fight scenes, sometimes shooting dozens of takes to get a single gag right. Did we know?
Yes.
It makes sense.
It is very well known that Jackie Chan does his own stunts, and he's great at doing his own stunts.
I don't know. I think for me, I didn't know about the amount of times he'll shoot, but it just makes 1,000% correct. Like,
well, it's like another fun fact, but yeah, Lucille Ball did that with her props. She would do dozens of takes prior to the actual filming with her props to make sure she got what she needed right with the prop.
Right, but it makes sense. That's what professionals do. They make sure they get the right one,
and that's
right?
why they're authentic in their craft.
Exactly, and especially Jackie Chan. Fucking love.
And Lucille Ball.
And Lucille Ball.
Rest in peace. Last and final. Mad Max Fury Road used over 150 real vehicles in its chase scenes with minimal green screen to keep the action feeling authentic. Did we know?
No.
I knew that they used minimal green screen. I did not know that they used that many real vehicles.
150 real vehicles. Like, it's not crazy to imagine.
It is with real vehicles in one movie.
My thought process is, man, that's a lot of framing to make sure you get it all right and make. Man, it's impressive.
That's why it's a brilliant movie. It's one of my favorites.
Definitely impressive. I mean, it's like Shane said, it's a brilliant movie.
Yeah. I highly recommend watching that too if you have not.
I mean, just to wrap up the whole conversation on action movies very quickly. I mean, there's a lot of good, phenomenal action movies that like we can recommend. That like The Matrix. I guess not really.
No,
an action movie.
Man on the Ledge, Adjustment Bureau, the Bourne movies, Mission Impossible, James Bond. You could keep going.
The list goes on. Even James Bond is like a whole
spy action. There's different levels of action. There's action horror, action spy movie,
right.
Action comedy.
Right.
The world is your oyster when it comes to action. And I'm not a huge action fan. Action adventure is probably going to be my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
So like
100%.
National Treasure or Jumanji.
Cheyenne's going off on titles. This is brilliant.
Boom!
I will say one quick thing, and we'll get to it more when we get to Christmas. Talk about this. Die Hard, not a Christmas movie. Just want to say that quick.
Die Hard, I've never seen it.
But we're going to see it.
Not for Christmas, though. I'm going to see it before.
But not a Christmas movie. Just want to get that out.
No, but it's got Alan Rickman in it. That makes up for it.
So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Just remember, this is just our opinions on all of the thousands of movies we probably mentioned in this episode. But even on just Nobody 2. So if you want to let us know what you think, just let us know in the comment section on...
We have YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Letterboxd, X, Facebook. Did I say Instagram? I'll say it again.
TikTok. I don't know.
Yeah, I did say TikTok, but yeah, and
all
then
the things.
All the things as well as all the podcast things. So Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, sorry, Spotify and YouTube. You'll be able to get audio and video on Spotify and YouTube. Give us whatever rating of stars you'd like on Spotify. We'd love to hear feedback. Comments are appreciated. Like and subscribe on YouTube if you like what you see, and feel free to come back at any time. We're here all the time because we live on the internet, and we appreciate your time and your patience with us as we're learning and growing in this podcast with you guys, because I feel like, you know, it's nice to hear feedback, and it's nice to see that people are consistently coming back to listen and watch, and we really do appreciate that more than you know. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week.
The next time, 3 weeks. Fuck.
Yeah, the next time you see us, we will have personal news regarding how we enjoyed our vacation.
Exactly. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and
we'll see you at the movies.
See you there. Bye.
Bon voyage.